Hey there and welcome to Info World. This video is about some beautiful lakes of the world, so sit back and enjoy the video. Let's begin. Top of the list is Moraine Lake in Canada. Moraine Lake is a glacially fed lake in Banff National Park, 14 kilometers outside the hamlet of Lake Louise, Alberta, Canada. It is situated in the Valley of the Ten Peaks, at an elevation of approximately 1,884 meters. The lake has a surface area of 50 hectares. The lake, being glacially fed, does not reach its crest until middle to late June. When it is full, it reflects a distinctive shade of azure blue. The unique color is due to the refraction of light off the rock flour deposited in the lake on a continual basis by surrounding glaciers. Its maximum depth is 14 meters. On the second number is Melisani Lake in Greece. Melisani Cave or Melisani Lake. Also Melisani is a cave located on the island of Kefalonia, northwest of Sami, about 5 kilometers southeast of Agia Ephemia, northeast of Argostoli and northwest of Poros. The Ionian Sea lies to the east with the Strait of Ithaca. Forests surround the cave and the mountain slope is to the west. Near the cave is the entry to the cave with parking lots and is passed almost in the middle of the main road linking Sami and Agia Ephemia, especially to the northern part of the island. Some say the water is so clear the boats look like they are floating on air. In Greek mythology, Melisani was the cave of the nymphs. It features a lake surrounded with trees and forest, and is located east of the mountains of Amorphia and Agia Dinati. The cave was rediscovered in 1951 by Giannis Petrokalos. Up next is Lake Kawaguchi, situated in Japan. Lake Kawaguchi is located in the town of Fujikawagachiko in southern Yamanashi Prefecture near Mount Fuji, Japan. It is the second largest of the Fuji 5 lakes in terms of surface area and is located at the lowest elevation. It is situated at an altitude of approximately 800 meters, which accounts for its relatively cool summers and frequently icy winters. It also has the longest shoreline of any of the Fuji 5 lakes. The lake is within the borders of the Fuji Hakone-Izu National Park. Its max depth is 15.2 meters. The lake has no natural outlet, and flooding of settlements on its shores was a problem until the construction of a canal, completed in 1914, to connect it to a tributary of the Sagami River. Coming up is Crater Lake, located in Oregon. Crater Lake is a volcanic crater lake in south-central Oregon in the western United States. It is the main feature of Crater Lake National Park and is famous for its deep blue color and water clarity. The lake partly fills a 148 feet deep caldera that was formed around 7,700 years ago by the collapse of the volcano Mount Mazama. There are no rivers flowing into or out of the lake. The evaporation is compensated for by rain and snowfall at a rate such that the total amount of water is replaced every 250 years, with a depth of 949 feet. The lake is the deepest in the United States. In the world, it ranks 9th for maximum depth and 3rd for mean depth. Crater Lake features 2 small islands. Wizard Island, located near the western shore of the lake, is a cinder cone approximately 316 acres in size. Phantom Ship, a natural rock pillar, is located near the southern shore. Crater Lake is in Klamath County, approximately 60 miles northwest of the county seat of Klamath Falls, and about 80 miles northeast of the city of Medford. Coming up next is Lake Titicaca, situated in Peru and Bolivia. Lake Titicaca is a large freshwater lake in the Andes Mountains on the border of Bolivia and Peru. It is often called the highest navigable lake in the world. By volume of water and by surface area, it is also the largest lake in South America. Lake Titicaca has a surface elevation of 812 meters. The highest lake claim is generally considered to refer to commercial craft. Numerous smaller bodies of water around the world are at higher elevations. For many years, the largest vessel afloat on the lake was the 2,200-ton 79 meters SS Atlanta. Today, the largest vessel is most likely the similarly sized train barge, Float Manco Capac, operated by Peru Rail. On number 6 is Laguna Colorada in Bolivia. Laguna Colorada, or Red Lagoon, is a shallow salt lake in the southwest of the Altiplano of Bolivia, within Eduardo Avaroa Andean Fauna National Reserve, and close to the border with Chile. The lake contains borax islands, whose white color contrasts with the reddish color of its waters, which is caused by red sediments and pigmentation of some algae. Laguna Colorada is part of the Los Laipes Ramsar wetland. It was listed as a Ramsar wetland of international importance in 1990. James's flamingos abound in the area. It is also possible to find Andean and Chilean flamingos, but in lesser quantities. Next on the list is Atabad Lake in Pakistan. Atabad Lake is a lake located in the Gojal region of Hunza Valley in Gilgit-Baltistan, Pakistan. It was created in January 2010 as the result of a major landslide in Atabad. The lake has become one of the biggest tourist attractions in Gilgit-Baltistan, offering activities like boating, jet skiing, fishing and other recreational activities. The lake was formed when Atabad village in Hunza Valley in Gilgit-Baltistan had a landslide, 14 kilometers upstream of Karimabad that occurred on the 4th of January 2010. The landslide killed 20 people and blocked the flow of the Hunza River for 5 months. The lake flooding displaced 6,000 people from upstream villages, stranded from land transportation routes a further 25,000, and inundated over 19 kilometers of the Karakoram Highway. The lake reached 21 kilometers long and over 100 meters in depth by the first week of June 2010. It has now become a beautiful recreation point for tourists. Up next is Lake Bacalar of Mexico. Lake Bacalar is a long, narrow lake in the state of Quintana Roo, Mexico, near Mexico's border with Belize. It is approximately 42 kilometers long measured from north to south, and less than 2 kilometers at its widest. The lake is renowned for its striking blue color and water clarity, partly the result of having a white limestone bottom. Like most bodies of water in the Yucatan Peninsula, the lake is fed by underground rivers, whose regular open pools are cenotes. Because of the porous limestone, the Yucatan Peninsula has almost no lakes. This is by far the largest, and fed by the 450 kilometers underground river that is part of the world's largest water cave tunnel system, paralleling the coast. It contains a huge population of the oldest life on the planet, the cauliflower-like stromatolites that only still exist in a few locations globally. On the lake's western shore is the village of Bacalar, population 11,084. On 9th number of the list is Lake Atitlan in Guatemala. Lake Atitlan is a lake in the Guatemalan highlands of the Sierra Madre mountain range. The lake is located in the Solola department of southwestern Guatemala. It is known as the deepest lake in Central America. Atitlan means between the waters. In the Nahuatl language, Atl is the word for water and Titlan means between. The lake has a maximum depth of about 340 meters and an average depth of 220 meters. Its surface area is 130.1 kilometers square. It is approximately 18 kilometers times 8 kilometers with around 20 kilometers cube of water. Atitlan is technically an endorheic lake, feeding from 2 nearby rivers and not draining into the ocean. The area around San Marcos has particularly tall cliffs abutting the lake and in recent years has become renowned for cliff diving. Last on the list is Lake Natron, Tanzania. Lake Natron is a salt or alkaline lake located in North Ngorongoro district of Arusha region in Tanzania. It is in the Gregory Rift, which is the eastern branch of the East African Rift. The lake is within the Lake Natron Basin, a Ramsar site wetland of international significance. The southern half of Lake Natron fault scarps and the Gelai volcano can also be seen. Numerous near white salt crust rafts pepper the shallowest parts of the lake. The lake is fed principally by the southern Uaso Njiro River, which rises in central Kenya, and by mineral-rich hot springs. It is quite shallow, less than 3 meters deep, and varies in width depending on its water level. The lake is a maximum of 57 kilometers long and 22 kilometers wide. Temperatures at the lake are frequently above 40 degrees Celsius. High levels of evaporation have left behind natron, which is sodium carbonate decahydrate, and trona. The alkalinity of the lake can reach a pH of greater than 12. That's all for today. See you in another video.